Dost, and who this training will be useful for? Maybe experienced coaches or new coaches or leaders? For whom?
Yes. I mean, of course, the easy answer to say is to everyone, and which is true. And also, not but, and also, I think people who have some kind of experience working with people, some kind of experience, like they know how to actually approach a client. They have a structure they use, like an algorithm, as we said. And if you have that, if you have kind of a structure in your head that's kind of working for you, the Gestalt approach might give you a different lens to understand what's really going on with the client. It will give you more freedom, it's, as I really love the old paintings of like Dali and Picasso, because they really, their first paintings were like really by the book, like they were wonderful by the book paintings. And then when you become like a masterful, you actually go beyond your algorithm, you go beyond your rules. So this program, this little workshop could be a support to actually get out of those boundaries and give yourself more freedom, because in this training, what we're going to be teaching will be to how to really understand what's really going on in here, even if that does not fit my lens and the algorithm and the tools and techniques, because tools and techniques are wonderful. And then tools and techniques can be also a limitation to what you can do, So I would say yes, both. If we had more time, if this was like a 4-week program, I would say everyone. But as it's a shorter program, and this program will be providing, of course, we will be not forgetting the new beginners, right? We won't be forgetting them if they are here, but most of the time we will be assuming that you already know how to ask a question. You already know how to move a group forward, right? All that stuff. And then we will help you understand, actually, through our methodology, through our theory, help you understand what's really going on here. What are you trying to do really, in terms of process point of view, not an algorithm point of view, but process kind of, the people process or group process point of view. And what else can you do? A dear friend of mine, you also know, Sami Bugay. He has been to our program in, he's a dear friend. First I went to Gestalt in Cleveland, then he came, and he had already done CTI, I think. And when he done the program, I asked him, and this is not team coaching, this is like he went to the whole coaching program. So what did you learn? And he basically said, now I know why we do the stuff we do in the other program. So this is a process. This is a process approach. So in that respect, people who have already are versed in another approach, people who have already like maybe accredited certification, they will be well served, let me say. So that's kind of my take. And on the other hand, I just have to say this, my mentor in the Gestalt Institute of Cleveland, who was also the CEO of the institute back then, he used to say, Gestalt approach is, as it's a process and awareness approach, whoever learns it will be better in what they do, right? If you're a coach, you will be a better coach. If you're a parent, you will be a better parent. If you're a lawyer, you will be a better lawyer. So it will be good for everyone, but the ones who are going to benefit the most are people who already have learned the basic stuff. And that's mostly because we have just so little time, just 3 days. And we will be helping those people to set themselves free,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And about what people will obtain after the training or at the training, will be their own knowledge, sense, or maybe it's even skills?
So in this training, what we are going to do, the Gestalt we call the Gestalt approach experiential, experimental and existential. Existential means like we really work with the here and now. We really want to understand what is kind of manifesting here and now, and why, and where this is going. So understand. Experiential means we think that because we have an experience, then we form an kind of idea about reality and ourselves, the world. And I think most of the human help approach is trying to change that mentality. Like, we have an experience, we have an understanding, and the thinking goes, if we change the understanding, then we can change the experience. We usually go that path, like. And in Gestalt, we actually say, okay, we had an experience and we had an understanding. If we can help support you have a different experience, then you will have a new understanding. So it's an experiential approach. Okay. So in this sense, the training will be experiential. We will be doing a lot of experiential activities. We will actually, as we say, help the tire to meet the road. We will be doing in this program, in this like short workshop, even in this short workshop, chances to experience yourself coaching a group, of course, in our, using the people who are already in the room. And we have a structure for that. There will be practicums, as that's what I'm trying to say. And also there will be a lot of rich content. I will be sharing the knowledge of, how to what I say called the gestalt lens. How do we approach, how do we understand, how does an organism try to move from A to B, and how does that apply to groups and teams, and many things. Why and how to actually understand what's going on in a team environment, also individually, of course, individually and in a group team environment. How can I actually understand what are the interactions and how is it serving, how it's not serving, or what it is serving and what it's not serving, and how to actually to intervene. So there's a lot of, as much as the Gestalt is an existential here and now presence use of self approach, we also need good knowledge, good theory, good ground to actually to be. So, and there's a way to do it. There's a structure to that, right? So we will be, as much as we can in our 3 days, I will be, and my co-trainer will be, she will be helping in the practice, but I, most of the time, will be doing, trying to do well, to actually give that structure, trying to convey as much as I can possible, maybe an introduction to it. And, the person will get full knowledge, and the best outcome will be they will be more intrigued, learn more, which happened to me as well. That was my path. So I'm trying to get people through my own path. I went to a short workshop and I was really intrigued. I was really curious. Then I followed that path and it took me here, which I am happy to be.
Thanks. As I can hear, there will be a balance between theory and practice, and between knowledges and experience.
Exactly.
And I'm intrigued too, because I want to participate as participants there also.